like after 400 species, then you become human.
8 billion.
Yeah. Okay. And like right now that we are human, like what's after death? Like what is after death? Like is there a belief that there's a rebirth? Or like I tell you what people think usually. It's like you are reborn in the earth only, some different part of the world. First assumption. Second is like now you become an animal or something like that. Okay. Third assumption, one of my friends recently told me that I am a 97 born, okay, like my birth date is like the last digit is like you have 7 lives, they say you have, no. So this is your last life. I'm like, oh my god, now you're scaring me more. And I'm born in 97. So like these are assumptions, like because there are few experiences also where people, a small baby is recollecting, oh yeah, I'm married to this guy. Like how? So there are a few signs of that. So what do you think life is after that?
What is after that?
What is after that?
What is after that?
When I come there, I tell.
But you can't tell me, no, that's the, but what's the assumption you feel like exactly?
It depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
What we believe reincarnation exists. So what he said, that we are keep on coming back and experiencing a life and this trying on the search for yearning for love for God. But also in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna nicely stated that whatever is your last thought or you are contemplating during your life, that will be dictating your next life. Yeah. So if you are constantly in environment of like whatever, living your life, you are attached to your family and like basically you're just drinking, smoking, whatever. Yeah. On the end of the life, most probably you're just gonna think about that stuff. And then you have to come again, and probably the environment where you're going to be born, it's going to be the same, because that's the attraction. That's what you pull. Yeah, it's like the law of
attraction.
Attraction.
The law of attraction. Yeah.
But then that's why he also our Paramahansa Viswananda and Krishna was stating. But like if you control your mind, if you practice, if you do your sadhana, if you train your mind to think of God, who is actually unlimitedness and pure love, and then on the end of your death, the only thing what you can have in your mind is that what you train yourself to think of. So if you think of that, then you can reach Him.
You're talking about where the soul goes after.
Yeah.
But what is happening between incarnations?
That is also important.
It depends, of course, a lot on what kind of life you live. I think it's pretty clear if you are still very ignorant and attached to this world, sometimes the soul dies, it doesn't even know that it died, and then the person stays attached to material world until something happens, until people, Guruji says, when people pray for somebody, it helps a lot. Like, because there is things, let's say, in the other side that helps the soul to move on. You can call it Yamadutas, Vishnu Dutas, this can angels, whatever entities. There is so much stuff that we don't see. But your consciousness is everything. But the place where you actively work to move on to a higher stage is actually incarnated in this Bhuloka. When your soul is outside, you cannot do something. You are just living the fruits of what you did before. One beautiful experience, because I like a lot NDE, so near-death experiences, and we do have many devotees and friends that have gone to that, and because like Bhakti Marga is such a big thing nowadays, it's like over 50 countries and tons of devotees, so we hear so many stories, and people came back, and I talked to these people personally, and they tell me how it was when they were dead for some minutes. I know at least 3 that can tell me that.
They're like real experiences, like
they
were there and they...
I know 4. Christian from Sridhar and Ishwari or Ishwari sister.
Now I want to meet these people after you guys. So you get me contact with these guys.
So at least there's 4. And they have told me like crazy things. So I just tell quickly an Ishwari story. I don't know if it's an Ishwari or her sister. They are twins and everything like that. So she, I think she had some allergic reaction. And she literally passed out. And she was in the hospital and they were trying, or she was taking some medicine, I don't remember. she was treating something, she took some medicine, she had some allergic reaction, which like,
Yeah.
and she was in the hospital, and the sister was on her side. And the doctors were trying to revive her, and they were not managing to do so. And she literally was outside her body, seeing the whole scene. Yeah? She remembers it. And she remembered that Guruji existed in that moment, but she could not do anything. Like she needed a body to go to him.
Okay.
Like she had this experience, like I'm here, I know who is my Gurudev, I know who is Bhagavan even, but I cannot now go there without some sort of body. That was the consciousness she had outside the body. And she saw herself and the doctors were reviving and her sister in panic. And then she remembered, the soul consciousness remembered that she had a chewing gum in her mouth. And that probably, apart from the revivaling, she was being choked by the chewing gum. And then she managed to go to her sister and like in spirit, go to her living sister and say, I have a chewing gum. And the sister received the message and told the doctors like she has a chewing gum. And then they removed the chewing gum and she came back to life. And it was the same with what
I don't know, like it is like
Christian, like
Christian was clinically dead for. He had a heart attack. He was clinically dead for quite, I don't know,
good minutes.
A few minutes. And only thing what he could remember when he was there, he was in a just white space room.
It's a pretty common experience of people.
And he just singing one of the bhajans.
He was singing one bhajan with Guruji in the other side, and it was Yamuna Kinara.
And Guruji was there with him, and they were singing all the time together. And it was like endless. Like he felt it like it's just endless. And then he came back.
And then he said I have to come back.
And
not stay.
So like realistic, like what you also said, the experience that you shared of that person and the experience that you also shared. These things we have seen somewhere in movies also. Okay, like Hollywood movie. So are these directors who are making these like things, they are actually well researching, because like
I think they're inspired.
You watched the movie Ghost?
Ghost I haven't, no.
It's from the 90s. Forgot the name of the film actors. So he's in love with a lady and he dies and he's like around her and like he's beautiful. And the person was actually the guy who wrote this movie. He was inspired by this doctrine from a French guy called Allan Kardec, called Spiritism. It's like some sort of science religion. They're like mediums, people who like see spirits and see spirits, and they actually wrote this kind of doctrine now. But it's very, like the reality that you guys should know, Indian people, that Sanatana Dharma has everything inside of it. There's no religion that brings anything new.
Okay.
There's no religion that brings anything new. And the whole knowledge that these people in France, like in the 17th, 18th century, wrote down, that became the knowledge, the soul goes to colonies to study and then reincarnate and learn, or go to a lower plane or a higher plane, and there's entity that's help, or you stay attached. Everything was already there. Like, once I was in Mauritius, Guruji is from Mauritius, and Mauritius is majority Indian. And Guruji told me, actually you should one day give a satsang and tell the Indian people that they should be proud of their culture. Because everything is there. And it's sad for me to see sometimes, like I have so many friends, like Indian friends, and of course most of my Indian friends, they are spiritual people and they are very aware of the richness of Sanatana Dharma. But when I see like the other youngsters and stuff, they are like, they think Ronaldo is the best thing ever. But Ramanujacharya, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or like these people, like what these people did, you cannot compare to what Ronaldo did. Look.
Nice.
Let's go moment to talk about Vivekananda, no? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, talk about even the freedom fighters, talk about Shivaji Maharaj, no? You cannot compare, like, who is Ronaldo, man?